We are cooking some veggie burgers and we have a lone bison coming our way. I don't think she has a clue we're here. Oh, she's really cute. Hi. Oh.
We're Lauren and Craig, and we're travelling around North America in our self-converted camper van. Craig's the designated driver, while I'm the trip planner and navigator. This is Ruby, our home on wheels for the next 6 months. And this bloody legend is Roland the rowboat. We love hiking and wildlife, so most of our time is spent at national parks and exploring the wilderness. This is part 3 of our road trip through North America. We'll be driving from Wyoming to Montana and stopping to see all the wildlife, hot springs and mountains along the way.
Here's our beautiful campground spot right in the forest. Here's Chef working hard. Hello Lauren.
Hi.
What's for din-dins this evening?
Tacos.
Ooh, tacos, huh? Tacos con qué?
Con frijoles.
Frijoles, onion, pepper, queso?
Y queso.
Y queso, lovely. And here's our fire pit this evening and the lumberjack's chair. And I'm just whittling away at my new mug here.
Before we headed to the busy national parks of Wyoming, we spent a few days in this much quieter area with mountain views and gorgeous lakes. It's now early June and officially summer, but the mountain roads are still covered in snow.
Get Ruby. No. It's done, isn't it?
Yeah, it's done.
We had a lovely few days camping beside this lake, and then it was time for us to head to Grand Teton National Park. We had a nice routine for this area. We'd wake early so we could photograph the sunrise, and then we'd drive to a trailhead, eat our breakfast, and set off on a hike. We'd either do one long hike or 2 short ones, and most of the trails ended up at beautiful lakes where the mountains were mirrored in the calm water. In the late afternoon, we'd take the dirt road to the national forest where we could camp for free and had the most incredible view of the Teton Range.
Wow, that is super young.
It's tiny.
Yeah, but where's Mama?
Then it was time for us to drive north into Yellowstone National Park, one of our favourite places in the world. Our first day was spent visiting all the geothermal activity, stopping at gushing geysers and bright blue pools.
Is it not working?
You probably touched the screen.
God, stupid.
You're filming, that's what.
The hot springs get their amazing colours from the heat-loving bacteria that live in them. After a long day exploring this very colourful side of Yellowstone, We stopped in an empty car park and were very surprised to find a huge herd of bison running our way.
Wow.
Welcome to Yellowstone.
Hi, baby.
Wow, they've just parked up here. Crazy. Oh. And we have some more who have come to visit. Some tiny babies. Oh,
Stay away from
that's a protective mum.
We'd already seen a lot of the main sites a few years ago, so our goal for this trip was to see as much wildlife as possible. On our second day in the park, we witnessed a black bear being charged by a bison. The poor thing was so scared that it kept climbing up a tree.
Keep going if you can.
Yeah? It's up a tree.
We also found out there was a moose carcass in the middle of a field not far from the road. This was bound to be a great place to witness wildlife, so we parked up and had the best view from the back of our van. We ended up spending about 16 hours parked up in this one spot, watching different bears come and feed on the carcass, and then at one point a lone wolf.
You seen him?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, he's off, he's running.
Yeah, that's the dominant one.
Wow.
Woo! Woo!
Jamal motherfucker!
Yeah!
After a couple days of good weather, we woke up to snow. Some of the roads and entrances will close after snowfall in the park, so we had to make a decision. Do we hang around or do we leave the park for a few days?
Wow.
Our van wasn't equipped for these conditions. We didn't have snow tyres or chains, so we decided the best choice was to drive south to Cody. After a couple of days, the east entrance reopened and we headed up first thing in the morning. As we drove up the mountain pass, the road turned into black ice and suddenly the rear of our van swerved across the road.
That's really dangerous. Yeah, what's 2,600 metres in feet?
8,000.
We need to go up to 8.5 then.
Finally, we were back in the park and enjoying the wildlife. We were even treated to some grizzly bear encounters. The footage here is pretty terrible as we were from a great distance and I was getting overly excited and shaking, but we were watching a huge black bear and her two cubs who were play fighting. Now it's time to head into Idaho and we're so excited to return to this state and soak in the hot springs.
It's a free campsite which we have all to ourselves. A lovely mountain view. It's cowboys, it's real life cowboys!
Idaho is a really volcanic state, so that's why there's so many hot springs here. So we spent our time discovering new ones and returning to some old favourites. For us, this is the perfect place for adventures. We could go hiking or paddling in our boat in the daytime, relax in a hot spring in the afternoon, and then find an idyllic spot to camp for the evening.
Yeah, do it. Whee! Beautiful. Not a bad bloody view, eh, bro? Here's a little bathhouse. Let's see if anybody's bathing today, shall we? Oh, look who it is. Oh, it's Lauren.
I'm getting ready for the water tools sink out.
Yeah.
Ready?
Let the battleship spill over. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Ooh, it's hot. Oh. Ah.
Beautiful.
Most of the hot springs were set beside gushing rivers, so as soon as we got too hot, we'd dunk into the icy cold water.
Later, a long drive down a narrow road, down the hot spring. Fuck off, you cunt! Oh, hey. Come back. I'll take you on an amazing road trip. Going to Canada in a week. Call us.
After a couple weeks of ultimate relaxation, we crossed the border into Montana so we could head into Glacier National Park.
Go away. Get off the road. It's not safe. Get off the road. Beep, beep. Good. Nope. Just gonna stay there. Hello. They want to rub up against Ruby. I'm pretty sure of it. Look at them. Suspicious faces. Look at that. Oh.
Flies on that one.
Please don't rub on our van. You might knock her over.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Turn around.
Yeah.
Follow the leader.
On our previous visit here in 2016, wildfire smoke was blowing into the area, which blocked a lot of the views, so we were treated to some spectacular scenes this time.
Huge tail. Ah! 3 hours later, and we have arrived at the lake. Look at that. That's great.
We did some amazing hikes in this park, but our favourite one was to this milky blue glacial fed lake. The area is prime habitat for grizzly bears, and as much as we love witnessing them, we don't want to see them while hiking, so we made lots of noise and had our bear spray ready. We didn't spot any bears on this hike, but on the way back we saw a lynx staring right at us. It was the perfect end for our 3 months in the United States, and now it's time for us to cross the border back into Canada.